Hello, today we're going to talk about the 5 biggest questions that a property doubter will have when invest in property. Maybe they associate being a landlord with a negative connotation, I don't know, but we're going to cover the 5 biggest questions in this video. Hello, my name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini. I'm the founder of Stepping Bricks, and we're going to cover these 5 biggest questions right now. If you think that all landlords are evil, maybe this video is for you, because the reality is they are not. Number 1, aren't landlords just exploiting people who can't afford to buy? Well, what they're really thinking is, am I making money from someone else's struggle? Because the underlying fear there is they don't want to feel immoral or selfish. Now, good landlords actually provide good homes, safe housing, stability, and quality management. Because let's be honest, not everyone wants or can buy a property. Probably they want to just not take that responsibility of fixing the roof or fixing the leaks or fixing anything. They just want to be tenants forever because that's what they preferred. I'm not saying that there is a good choice or bad choice, it's just preference. Now, bad landlords give the industry a bad name, but good ones raise the standard. Second question is, am I contributing to the housing crisis? Now, what they're really thinking is, am I part of the problem? That's why probably they don't want to invest in property. Most investors buy neglected properties, so they're not targeting the same properties as the first-time buyers. They're completely different properties what the investors are targeting. They renovate them and they bring them back into use, because probably they're targeting properties that have been neglected and they are in a bad state. They need a full refurb and nobody will touch them. Especially first-time buyer, they want a property that is ready-made. They don't want to spend too much money because deposit is tight, the budget is tight, so they just go to check for properties that are already in move-in conditions. However, investors target mostly properties that are run down and they need a refurb so they can add extra value. Now, empty, derelict and unmortgageable homes don't help absolutely anybody. So the investors often make them livable again. Question number 3. What if the tenants see me as a greedy or heartless? Oh my goodness. What they're really thinking is, will people judge me? Now, social pressure and reputation is the underlying fear here. But professional landlords, they fix issues quickly. Now you might be asking, hey, my landlord, it doesn't do that, or she doesn't do that. Well, that's why you need the proper letting agents to help you through the process. So what we do, we protect both our tenants and our landlords, and we give a fantastic service with Golden Tree Estates. So it's not always the case that the landlord doesn't fix the problems quickly. It depends on who is managing the property. Professional landlords also communicate clearly and treat the tenants with dignity, because that's what they deserve. Now, your behavior defines your brand, not the stereotype. Number 4, is it wrong to profit from something people need to survive? What they're really thinking is, should housing even be a business? Now, I have something about this, because they say property is a human need for people to live in, and that's fine, that's true. However, without landlords, remember, not everybody wants to buy a property. Without landlords, they wouldn't have something to rent. And without landlords, they wouldn't have somebody to fix those properties that are run down. But also, another human need is food. But tell me, can you go to a supermarket, fill your trolley, and then walk away without paying because it's a human need? The reality is no, otherwise there wouldn't be any supermarkets. Likewise with property, if people don't pay the rent because it shouldn't be a business, nobody will buy more properties, nobody will have and fix more properties. So where are all these people going to live? So you need to think carefully how do you attach the word human needs to property, because yes, it's a human need and right, but also it needs to run. You need somebody to make it viable for people to live in. The underlying fear here is the moral conflict between money and values, but it's not just about food, it's also about transport, energy, healthcare, education. So some of these things are free. In reality, they're not really free because they're paid via the tax, but all the others are businesses that need to run so that people can benefit from them. All of these are essential and all of these are businesses. The issue is not profit, the issue is how you profit. Because ethics plus the systems equals sustainable wealth. And finally, number 5, will I turn into one of those landlords over time? Now, what they're really thinking is, will money change me? Let me tell you, money doesn't change you. Money just amplifies what you already are. So if you're a good person, money will help you to help more people. You will be even a better person. If you're a bad person, guess what? You will amplify that part too. I'll give you an example. Through properties, we now are in a position to help a lot of schools. We value education a lot. We helped several schools in the areas, local communities, nurseries, primary schools, and we contribute and support them financially, but also with tools that they need, because we can do it now. But without the money from property, we couldn't have done this. And now we're expanding this when we're going to the next round of fundings, where we did a post online, and it's unbelievable the amount of schools that contacted us because they need help. Now, obviously, if we were not in a position to make a post like that and to have the funds to help these schools, we wouldn't have known they didn't have that support from the government. And this is quite sad, to be honest. But again, there's nothing we can do about complaining. What we can do is act. So if you are a property investor and you're making good money because you're providing a very good service, not because you're exploiting, then you can help more people. So money doesn't change you, it just amplifies who you already are. Your values decide your future, because if you build clear standards, fair policies and long-term thinking, you don't drift into bad behavior, you design against it. So don't worry about being corrupted by the dark side. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Whatever you're thinking, just put it in the comment. Please be nice, okay? I'm one of the good ones. And just let me know what you're thinking, and especially what's stopping you from becoming a professional property investor. My name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini. I'm the founder of Stepping Bricks. I really hope this video helps you to overcome that thinking of, all landlords are bad. Not true. Not all the landlords are bad. There are good tenants, bad tenants, good landlords, bad landlords. These are people. So it's not because they now have a label of landlords, they become suddenly bad people. So it's about how, the way you are. It's about your heart, where it leads you. So I really hope this video has been useful for you. Just share, comment and like, and I'll see you in the next video and maybe in the next event to teach you about property investing.